From PNC Park in Pittsburgh, tonight the Pittsburgh Pirates take on the Washington Nationals. It's Game 2 of the 3-game series as the Pirates' 9-game homestand continues, and what a victory last night for the Buccos, the Rod Barajas walk-off home run. Welcome to a special night here on Root Sports. It's All Access Night. Greg Brown along with Bob Walk. This is one of our most enjoyable evenings because we get a chance to go inside with you, places we normally don't go. We're right now in Clint Hurdle's office. This is a special place.
Oh, it certainly is. This is the helm of the Pirate ship for sure. This is where everything takes place before the ball game. If you look down here at the desk, Greg, here, lift up the...
I won't open this, but this is a scouting report on the Nationals.
Right here in this book right here, you see lineup cards are on the desk. This is where Clint gets all of his work done hours and hours and hours before the game, right here at this desk in this office.
And this is just one of the things we'll be doing, going inside places we normally don't go. Dan Potash will be roaming the ballpark. A lot coming your way from PNC Park tonight as the Pirates meet the Washington Nationals in Game 2 of the 3-game series. Stay with us. It's All Access Night from the ballpark here on Root Sports. The Bucks and Nats are coming up next.
Brought to you by Chevrolet and their award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. By your Toyota dealer, where quality, dependability, and good MPG all come standard. Toyota, moving forward. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go Bucks!
Erik Bedard ready to lead his club out onto the field for Game 2 of the 3-game series. Bedard has pitched very well, much better than the 2-4 record, a fine .265 ERA. And what a job last night by A.J. Burnett. See if Bedard can follow suit. Could be tough for the Pirates offensively, so Bedard will have to be at his best. Washington Nationals are managed by Davey Johnson. They are 18-11 on the year. Ian Desmond will lead off. This is his lineup. Bryce Harper will hit second and play center field. Ryan Zimmerman returned last night off the DL. He hits third. He's at third base. Adam LaRoche, the former Pirate, the big 2-run homer. At the time, it was big in the 9th inning. And another former Bucco, Xavier Nady, is in right field. Danny Espinosa, the switch-hitting second baseman. Tyler Moore gets just his second Major League start in left. Wilson Ramos, Ross Detweiler rounding out the starting 9.
Let's take a look at Erik's numbers on the year, brought to you by Western Pennsylvania Chevy dealers. And the ERA is in great shape. Of course, not much run support early on. That's why he has the the 4 losses. The strikeouts are what just jumps right out at you. 37 Ks, 11 of those in his last start. Just got a little messed up with his pitch count. That's why he didn't have even more than 11. That was in only just 5 innings. It might have been one of those games if he could have kept going where he's getting 15, 16 strikeouts. Just a huge number.
Here's the defense behind Bedard. Navarro, McCutchen, Tabata left to right. Infielders Alvarez, Harrison, Walker, and McGee. And Barajas behind the plate. Barrel Automotive League leaders. DP grounds outs forced. Good for the defensive numbers. And the Pirates rank tied for 3rd in the National League behind the Diamondbacks and Cardinals. Barrel Automotive definitely worth the click. One of last night's heroes, Erik Bedard. He will be mic'd up tonight. Part of All Access night.
Not too often do you get a chance to have a catcher mic'd up. Should be a lot of fun tonight.
And we're underway. Ian Desmond takes ball 1.
Needed to have him mic'd up the other day in St. Louis.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah.
We got tossed. Shot to the right side. Played by Walker. 1 out. 63 degrees at game time. Veteran Erik Bedard making his 7th start for the Bucks. Told you about that fine earned run average. This is career start number 172 for the Canadian native. And his time with Seattle, he faced the Mariners the Nationals 3 times previously in a 1.42 career ERA against Washington. And Bryce Harper, the 19-year-old rookie, pops up to the right side.
Hey, pretty efficient so far, huh?
2 quick ones for Bedard.
I think I'd have to throw this next one right down the middle. Just dare Zimmerman to put it in play.
Career numbers there for the 33-year-old Erik Bedard, who was signed to a 1-year, $4.5 million contract by the Bucks. Zimmerman last night was 1 for 4. Returning from the DL off on April the 20th. He was placed on the DL. And a strike on Zimmerman.
You know that Zimmerman was just going to be taking that after
a good call by you.
Yeah, you got to
go ahead and throw it right down the middle.
He's not going to swing. Use that to your advantage. Get ahead.
Breaking ball, and it's rolled to second. There's a busy man over there, Neil Walker. Quick work for Bedard. Now the Pirates face lefty Ross Detweiler heading to the bottom of the 1st. Andrew McCutcheon's Buccos. The walk-off win last night, and McCutcheon with his first home run of the season. Pirates will face Ross Detweiler, the lefty, and the lineup's brought to you by Toyota moving forward. Jose Tabata, then Neil Walker last day at 8 games. Walker hitting .367, then McCutcheon. Pedro Alvarez still in that cleanup spot. Casey McGee. Jamaico Navarro gets the call in left field, with Rod Barajas behind the plate and Josh Harrison starting at short for Clint Barmas. Eric Bedard on the hill.
We'll take a look at Detweiler's numbers on the season, and one of the reasons that Washington is kind of surprising everybody at this point is Detweiler's numbers and what he has been doing to this point. 1.59 ERA with a 3-1 record. Be a big boost if he can keep that up. Be interesting to see exactly how good the Nationals are this year and how far they have come. Interesting race in that Eastern Division of the National League.
There's the veteran manager Davey Johnson, returned to the bench last year, replacing Jim Riggleman. Tabata 0 for 4 last night. Strike one.
But the way the Nationals have been doing it is excellent starting pitching. Great numbers. Not a ton of offense, just enough offense. They've been turning it into wins. Couldn't do it last night, though.
Tabata lays off. Steven Strasburg doesn't get easier, does it? He's tomorrow night. Final game of the series. Hit foul, the club level right field side. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Tabata, hitting .229. Another foul ball. Tabata taking over that leadoff spot. It's 6 straight games he's led off.
Well, certainly recognize that he turned his hitting around at least a little bit at the beginning of that last road trip, and taking advantage of it by putting him up there and letting him set the table. He started off extremely slow this year with the bat. It's been like that really for a number of players. They've been in and out of certain positions in the lineup. It's Clint Hurdle, as you see there in the dugout, has tried numerous lineups, different combinations, different guys hitting different spots, trying to hit on something that will give this offense a little bit of consistency.
Bounding ball, second base, and retiring Tabata. Espinosa to LaRoche. Check out the Washington Nationals defense. And the Espinosa made that play. Adam LaRoche, the first baseman. In the outfield, it's Bryce Harper in center, with Tyler Moore in left and Xavier Nady in right. Espinosa, LaRoche on the right side of the infield. Ian Desmond, Ryan Zimmerman on the left side, and Wilson Ramos catches Ross Detweiler. So Bryce Harper will start in center field. He's played everywhere since his call up. 9 games in the big leagues. Adam LaRoche returned last night after missing 4 days. Strike one on Walker. 1 for 3 and a sacrifice fly last night. Harper going to give way to the right fielder Nady. Harper started way back and then came over. By the way, you want to see what goes on in our trailer? You want to see Pete Toma quote, "Call a game"? Go to rootsports.com. Check it out. Watch, listen online. And there he is. And Christian Roberts, our producer, next to him. Those are the Gypsies that we talk so much about. this is worth the price of admission. I think all access night,
Yeah,
just to see the Gypsies.
See the Gypsies in their trailer at work.
They're unveiled once a year or twice a year.
You can't
We'll do it again,
them,
I'm sure.
Can't show them off.
No. We pull back the curtain and show you the likes of Pete Toma, Christian Roberts. Hopefully we'll get a chance to see the other Gypsies up close. And again, you can go log on and watch them call this game from inside the trailer.
I wish we kind of had something here we could
we're working on
watch it a little bit. Yeah, we're going to do that on a
Yeah.
regular basis, I think. They're always keeping an eye on us.
See, that's what you call a spy cam. That's what we have in here in the booth. See, all the time they can see what we're doing, even between innings. If Wainer wants to grab a little bite to eat, for example, because he's hungry. If there's a cookie that we want to munch on, don't want anybody to know.
We never have any cookies up here.
Never. No, there they are. But see, they get to see what we do, but now we get a chance to see what they do. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
They say there's no eating in the truck, but I guarantee you they sneak food in there all the time.
Shot past the mound.
That was hit almost as hard as that home run that he hit last night, the same exact direction, right toward the batter's eye. He just didn't elevate this one much. The old saying, throw it and duck. Look out. Into the glove side. Wow.
That was a bullet.
Yeah. He's thinking about it still. See if Kutch can hurry his way on over to second base with 2 outs.
Ball 1 on Alvarez.
McCutchen started the year out running quite a bit, gets 5 steals rather quickly. But I wonder, with Alvarez moving into the cleanup spot, will that slow him down a little bit now? But most of the time with a cleanup hitter up there, you don't want to risk getting thrown out on the bases in the inning. Figuring, wow, they've got a big power hitter up there. You're kind of in scoring position anyway when you're at first. Now with somebody else up at the plate, it behooves you to move to second base as quickly as you can if you have that ability. Word of the day, by the way.
Helm and behoove.
Yes. The helm was a bonus word.
That's where you get on all access night. 2-1.
That one, not much of a leg kick from a lefty. He's just trying to be quick to the plate.
In his handful of years in the big leagues, he's been a guy that pretty tough to run on. Ross Detweiler, first-round pick in 2007.
Left-handers, they have that option of using deception or being quick to the plate. There's the deception. Obviously, it wasn't very deceiving.
First-round pick in 2007 out of St. Louis, went to Missouri State. 6'2", 192 pounds, Detweiler, 26 years old. There goes McCutchen, and that ball's hit hard. Left center, Harper back, nearing the notch, and he makes a fine grab and shows it off to the fans in the front row. Alvarez drove it deep to left center.
Says 9. Let's take you down the right field line, below the seats and inside our production truck, where about 10 to 15 hardworking men and women actually put together tonight's broadcast. From video to graphics to music, they put it all together and then send it to you at home. Now, we can't talk to everybody, but I did want to pick out some of the more important characters. And let's start with our producer. This is Christian Roberts. He has a checklist of things going on, and I would guess that this is probably the case every night. Never a slow night at the office.
Never a dull moment. It's actually a fun place to be when the game's going on, that's for sure.
Now, tell me a little bit about the checklist. It's not just what's going on in the game. You have sponsored elements and other things that you need to get through.
Sponsored elements, storylines you want to hit on, things that are sold. I have to communicate with the announcers up in the booth, with our graphics department, Jason, with our tape department, Adam, and then, of course, the big man here, Pete. And when it all gets together, we get things sold, put it on the air.
Now, let's, Terry, I'm going to have you step back, Terry, my cameraman. And I'm going to slide over here and ask Christian to move down just a little bit. And this is Pete, our director, who was our producer last year, and slightly different position for you, but just as busy, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of talking going on. I usually like to tell stories during the game, but they work me pretty hard here. So, ready for?
Now, when you're saying ready for, you're actually calling out camera shots and things that you want throughout the game. So as you're trying to talk to me, you're actually really talking to the guys you need to talk to.
That's exactly right, Danny. I love you, but got a job to do. Ready 16 without the bug? Take 16 without the bug?
What the fans at home did not see was that Greg and Bob were
Go ahead,
actually
guys. You're still
around.
in there.
Yeah.
Ready 4 in the box. Take 4 in the box.
Now, how dizzy does this get for you throughout a game as far as calling? I mean, you're looking at, 20 different monitors?
Yeah, it's pretty intense, but I got the best camera people in the country on the other side of this mic, and great tape guys. We have an outstanding crew here, so it's outstanding. And unfortunately, I think we may have an injury here to Bedard. Ready, 1 clean? Take 1 clean.
I'm going to send it back upstairs to the guys, let them relay what's going on out on the field, guys.
Well, let's hope it's not an injury to Bedard, but something drew the attention of Barajas, McGee, and then they called out one of the trainers, Ben Potenziano.
Anytime I see somebody doing that, I mean, I'm always thinking, because of my history, I'm always thinking that's some kind of a groin pull type situation.
Take a look, see what you find.
Yeah, see how he's kind of bending over at the waist?
Yeah.
There he is. Yeah, I got to think he felt a little twinge in the groin maybe. Such an important muscle when you have that the torque, your upper torso rotating as you're trying to make a throw, make a pitch.
See Ben Potenziano shaking his head like no go. That's going to be it for Bedard. Walking gingerly off the field. So Brad Lincoln is going to be coming on. And he'll have, of course, as much time as he needs to get ready. Just the 4th batter Bedard faced. That history for Eric Bedard. The health question, and that'll be a question for after the game. How serious an injury? We'll talk Brad Lincoln when we come back. He'll be facing Adam LaRoche. LaRoche a 1-2 count on him. And Brad Lincoln, who had gotten to the point not too long ago where he and Jared Hughes essentially were going to kind of trade places, where Hughes was going to become a long man, 2-inning guy. We've seen Hughes do that, and Hurdle wanting Lincoln to be more of a higher leverage later inning pitcher. But as Neil Huntington pointed out the other day when we asked him, Bob, you've got 5 now, Karsten's probably a ways away. If someone were to go down, who would be essentially the 6th starter now? Would you go down in the minor leagues? And he pointed out, we've got some good numbers in the minors, but we also have Brad Lincoln, of course, has a history of starting.
Well, I think we talked about the depth at the starting pitching position. Not that there's a whole ton of them. You can never have enough starting pitching. Not to say that, but there are some legitimate options that you feel pretty good about that maybe in the past weren't really there for us. When you look beyond, in some years, even if you look beyond the first 3, you started wondering. But now when somebody gets a twinge or goes down, it's not the end of the world. You do have some talent in the minor leagues and here in the bullpen with Lincoln, for instance.
You mentioned that Jeff Karstens continues to try and come back from his shoulder issue, trying to strengthen the shoulder. The AGH injury update. He has thrown on flat ground a couple times this past week.
I think this was a little long toss, wasn't it? Or
yeah,
maybe not. Well, right there, it looked like he just gave the sign for a curveball. Yeah. So,
but he has not thrown off the mound yet.
It was just kind of getting the feel of some of his pitches, maybe just as you play catch. You do that all the time, when you go out there to play catch, you'll spin a couple just to get a feel for it. When you're a bullpen type guy, maybe not so much a starting pitcher, but right now being on the DL.
Right shoulder inflammation.
Every time you play catch, you're probably, let me spin a couple sliders, just get the feel for it.
2-2 count now, as Lincoln inherited a 1-2 count and a strikeout for LaRoche. Adam LaRoche, who hit the home run in the 9th inning last night.
You got a situation last night where he could just sit fastball, and obviously couldn't do it here. An excellent curveball that bottom just falls right out of, and LaRoche swings right over the top.
Now the batter, Xavier Nady. Spent parts of 3 years in a Pirates uniform, and bounces this ball to deep third, dropped but recovered, and Alvarez guns to first and gets Nady.
Alvarez has a huge arm, that's for sure. We've seen it many times. He's put it on display here. He's deep at the farthest corner away from first base that he can get. Drops the ball, and now he's got to just throw a laser over there. That ball does not bounce. His arm sometimes just amazes me.
It is a rifle, isn't it?
Yeah. Can't outrun the baseball.
Now Danny Espinosa. And strike. Espinosa last night 0 for 4, struck out 3 times. Switch hitter bats from the left side. And he's in the hole 0-2. You have to wonder, or at least Nationals fans are wondering, about how much patience Davey Johnson will have with Espinosa, who's really struggling in his second campaign.
It's kind of a different situation when you're where the Nationals are. It's not like they've been over the last few years where they're building toward being competitive. They're in first place. They got to have performance, not possibilities.
Nice work from Lincoln, relieving the injured Bedard. 0-0.
Here at Section 103, and I am ready all night long to talk Bucko baseball and, of course, the world of social media. And there's a few ways that you can connect with us here at Root Sports. You can like us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/RootSportPit, and also follow us on our Twitter account. That would be at RootSportsPit as well. And tonight, using hashtag AllAccess. With last night's awesome walk-off home run by Rod Barajas, I want to hear from you. I want to know what your most memorable Pirates walk-off home run is in all of Bucs history. Tweet me your answers at Root Sports Pit with that hashtag AllAccess. We may read some of your answers later in our broadcast. I have a feeling Bill Mazeroski might be getting mentioned once or twice. And Bob Walk, I know you may be new to the Twitter world, but maybe if you're not going to tweet it, you could tell us what home run you might pick for the walk-off?
Well, I think I'm going to have to go with Maz. I'm like old school all the way, and Maz. If you're a Pirate guy at all, he's one of your all-time heroes. And is there any more ultimate walk-off home run than Game 7 of a World Series? So I'm going with Maz.
Casey McGee will step in here in the bottom of the second. McGee hitting .246 on the year. And a strike with Navarro to follow, and then Barajas against Ross Detweiler. Hit in the air to fairly deep center. Harper makes the routine catch. He made a nice play on the Alvarez drive that ended the bottom of the first, but it looked as though, after making the catch, and of course we're all on alert to see if he does anything at all to boast like he did in the minors. And yeah, he showed off but having some fun. But he's going to be under the microscope. Last year in the minor leagues, hit a walk-off home run and blew a kiss to the pitcher who delivered the pitch, and Navarro tries to bunt his way on. He will. Nicely done, Navarro.
A really dead net ball in a great way. You play those bunting games sometimes where you'll put a bucket or like a hula hoop type thing out there, and you try to stop the ball inside of it. Well, that's what Navarro just did.
Here is Rod Barajas. We said he's mic'd up on All Access night, and this is what we have so far from the Pirates catcher.
Yeah, buddy, I'm mic'd up today, just to let you know. Jerry, how you doing today, bud? Woo, I like those, huh? This has to be the best backdrop in all of baseball, huh? They built this place right.
Talking to Jerry Davis, the home plate umpire. Rod Barajas takes ball one. High praise for the backdrop. Barajas' first home run of the season, game winner. As Detweiler was delivering the pitch, Navarro, fooled by that move, was heading back toward first.
You can see, just watching it the short time we have, why Detweiler is tough to get a jump on. You don't know what he's going to do. Are you going to give you the kick one time, or is he going to go quick? It becomes just a guessing game, really. And then you hope you guess right.
A 2-1 count on Rod Barajas. We got word from the Pirates Public Relations Department that Eric Bedard was forced to leave because of back spasms. So he pitches one inning. Brad Lincoln inherited the LaRoche at bat and struck out 2 of the 3 he faced. Good look there. As
that almost
Navarro
looked
gets back.
It looked like Navarro was messing with Detweiler a little bit. As he was set, he seemed kind of twitching towards second, just daring him to throw over to first base. He was standing on the bag by the time he did go to first. That's going to be messing with his head a little. I like that, huh?
Yeah. Good move by Navarro. Go ahead, throw over here. Detweiler 3-1, a 159 earned run average. Hit well to right center field. Over is Nady, and Nady makes the catch at the edge of the track.
Well, Nady definitely knows this outfield pretty well.
There's the X-Man. Played a lot of right field here.
They'll be getting a lot of playing time in right field. The Nationals for the next couple of months. Jason Worth out about 2 months, right? Or longer
At
than
least.
that.
At
2
least.
months.
And there goes Navarro. He takes off. He is caught stealing. Danny Espinosa applies the tag at second. We'll talk to Clint Hurdle when we come back. Well, first and foremost, what do you think about Bedard? What's the situation?
Back spasm. Why he came out of the game.
Obviously, we're not going to know for a while whether this is going to be long term, but you had said before that if needed, Brad Lincoln would be the guy to come in, so no surprise here.
No, Brad's fit for duty, ready to go. I expect him to go out there, give us a shot to win the game. And obviously it's going to be a bullpen game tonight. We've got 8 innings to pick up at a minimum, and we're capable of doing that.
Very exciting win, obviously, last night. Can you tell any difference in the club? Are they still got a little extra in their step in tonight's game? A little carryover, or is nothing there?
Yeah, use the word carryover, not hangover. No, we're looking forward to putting a streak together. You got to win one before you can win two. You know, we felt confident coming out with Bedard. He's out of the game. We got a bad bounce. Lincoln will pick us up, find a way to score some runs, play some defense, get the streak going.
Rod's had a tough start offensively. Do you think something that happened to him last night can get him going personally? You know, that home run in such a big spot?
Well, I think it definitely can. I mean, everybody's looking for some tangible evidence of success to bolster their confidence. He's not carried his bat behind the plate one time this year, or in the clubhouse, or in the dugout. He's been very professional, very transparent in everything that's going on. He wants to do better. He's working hard to do better. But a hit like that can click. He took a good pass to that last ball, hit out to right center field. So I think he's going to be on to something.
Clint, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Nice play by Brad Lincoln to start this third inning. Retiring Tyler Moore. Now Wilson Ramos, the catcher, with one out in the third. Brad Lincoln retires the first 4 he faces. No, says first base umpire Phil Cuzzy. Ramos 2 for 4 with an RBI last night.
And Lincoln sure looks like he's got an excellent breaking ball going tonight. Not a bad fastball either. Radar gun blinks 94. Pretty good combination.
You can speak to this as a guy who at times in his major league career came out of the bullpen, and when you get an opportunity, an emergency situation, an opportunity to shine, isn't it?
Yeah, you try not to think of it you know, like that while you're out on the hill. You know, there's a lot of things you're trying to focus out there as far as making your pitches and that sort of thing. But I think especially if you have that success to where you go out there in a situation like this and you give the team 3 or 4 innings and you do it in a good way where, you know, maybe even you pick up a win, throw up some zeros, and we score. That's the type of deal. Afterwards, you're starting to think about, man, that was a nice opportunity for me. You know, hopefully that'll do something in their eyes for future considerations, because everybody wants to be in that starting rotation. Maybe the closers will say, no, we don't want to do it, but they do. Everybody wants to be a starter.
Pitcher Detweiler. 2-2, and Lincoln a pitch away from 2 spotless, solid innings.
Cold breeze blowing up here.
I mean, it just dipped about 5 degrees all of a sudden, and he does it. Lincoln. 3 Ks, 6 up, 6 down, 0-0. Here at PNC Park, 0-0. Day Automotive represent this day in history. It was May 9th, 1950. Ralph Kiner hit his 2nd grand slam in 3 days, the 8th of his career, drove in 7 runs in a 10-5 win over Brooklyn. That's a Josh Hamilton night. Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Ralph Kiner, former great Pirate, was with the Bucks from 1946 through 1953, one of the most prolific home run hitters in history, Hall of Famer, and number 4 retired. Crazy day weather-wise. Nice for a while.
There were times where the sun would come out, you think, well, it's going to be a beautiful day, and then you would have a situation like we have right now where the dark clouds roll in and you start wondering what's happening. Batting practice was inside this afternoon because a rain shower came by.
right in the middle of the afternoon.
Temperature has dipped down to 61 degrees.
A lot of jackets and coats out there. We hear it's clear to the west.
Okay. Josh Harrison at the plate, getting the start at shortstop. And he bunts the ball. Foul, says the home plate umpire. A bunt single for Navarro last inning. He was caught stealing.
Yep, got him right in the hand. I tell you what, he's lucky he wasn't called out.
It was close.
I'm not sure that he was in foul territory when that ball hit him. That was a close one.
This one well toward right's going to slice.
Oh, boy, that had good distance.
Sure did.
Off the bat, I didn't think it was hit that hard. That was close to having home run distance.
Breeze blowing out toward right. And he pops this ball up.
This one not quite the distance yet we had. Maybe makes a routine catch of it.
Brad Lincoln will bat, and those who've watched Brad Lincoln know that he's a fine hitting pitcher. No automatic out. This is his first at bat of the season.
I think if he does ever get established up here where he is in a rotation on an every day, every 5 days, it will get around the league, as he is one of the better hitting pitchers.
This is one of the things I'm sure he misses, being in the bullpen, right?
Yeah, oh, for sure. You know, I would say he would probably hit 210, 220, something around those that area at the end of the year if he started 32 games. He's a good athlete, runs bases well, fields his position very well.
Taps the breaking ball to the right against the lefty and bats as a left-hand hitter. Brad Lincoln with 7 career hits and 27 career at bats. His first hit was against the Washington Nationals' John Lannon. His first career start was against the Nats. And the ball gets away, but we just talked about how well he runs. He's going to reach first on the strikeout. Strikeout wild pitch has Brad Lincoln at first.
Ramos has not been a stone wall behind the plate in these 2 games. Yeah. Ball's been bouncing away from him. There's another one that gets loose, and it cost him a base runner.
Top of the order, Tabata. Grounded out in the first inning. Couple of wild pitches in that wild 9th inning last night. Ball 1 on Tabata.
You notice in that replay immediately, I mean, you could hear Jerry Davis yelling that he swung. Well, you let that hitter know so that he does have a chance to take off running and beat a ball out.
You know, Jerry Davis has had this reputation, a veteran umpire and the crew chief tonight, of kind of letting players know, making them aware of the situation. If a player, for example, was getting overly heated with another umpire.
He's always been a guy with a cool head.
Up the middle and off the pitcher and into right. How about that pinball? And Lincoln will wind up at third. Base hit for Tabata.
Yeah, you get that strike 3 that got away, and You know, now it's looking to be very important. 1 out, runners at first and third.
Brad Lincoln picks up third base coach Nick Leyva as he heads towards second base.
Espinosa was probably going to have a play on that ball if it hadn't hit Detweiler.
First and third, the batter is Neil Walker. He flied out in the first.
Great opportunity for a run now.
Just to pick up quickly the Jerry Davis story involved a game Bob Walk pitched back in the 80s.
Ancient times.
Yeah. Jerry Davis was kind to you one night, I think.
Well, yeah, yes, he was kind until he threw me out.
Well, he let you know it was going to happen. There's a ground single to right field as Tabata skips out of the way. And he's going to head to third. Nady's got a strong arm, but never going to get him. And it's 1-0 Bucks. Still first and third.
It just amazes me in this game of baseball how it's something that's kind of a small deal, like blocking a ball in the dirt for a third strike, can be so important. And not only is this one run here that Walker has knocked in, but this could be one of those innings where you put up a nice crooked number, a 3 or a 4. And it was all started by not blocking a third strike to the pitcher. A jump rope. Tabata is being waved on by Nick Leyva.
Barajas likes it. And now the batter McCutchen. And he lines it into right center field for a base hit. Nady will cut it off, but the Bucks get another, and it's still first and third. And this is looking like it's going to be a big inning. After the strikeout wild pitch, 3 consecutive singles.
It looked like McCutchen's got a pretty good sweet spot down and in going right now. His home run he hit last night, dead center field's down and in. And that ball was just down. I thought it was in further than that. It was down and center of the plate. Smokes it back the other direction.
Turning to the starting lineup after missing 2 of the previous 3 because of the stomach virus. And he does look healthy again. And now Alvarez, who drove that ball to the notch in left center field off the left-hander, had to please Hurdle, even though it was an out. Still 1 out, first and third, and a 2-0 lead. McCutchen picks up his 9th RBI. Walker picked up his 10th ribby. And Detweiler concerned about McCutchen. Remember, Detweiler came into this game with an earned run average of 159. High strike called. I know that Alvarez agreed with it. Opponents hitting just 190 against Detweiler. That's tied for 8th best among National League pitchers. Ball, 1 strike. Walker over at third. 1 out. Missed 2-1. Pirates with 5 hits.
Squeeze at least 1 more run out this inning. Boy, it's set up for maybe 2 or 3 more.
Does McCutchen
one
go
more
here,
real
Bob?
big hit?
No. And a dribbler toward the left side. Look at Ryan Zimmerman make that play as Walker is in the rundown. And he will be tagged out. Ryan Zimmerman in an in-between hop, gunning the ball to the plate.
Well, Zimmerman is, one of the better defensive third basemen in baseball. He comes in a tough hop, and then he did a nice job with it after that. He didn't, throw it home immediately, and that allowed him to make a cleaner rundown of it. And because the rundown was clean, McCutchen has to stay at second. Walker did everything he could do to try and stay alive to get McCutchen to third base, but that last little lunge by Desmond, McCutchen might have taken off, but I think he's possibly going to make the third out at third base if he does.
Casey McGee at the plate, and of course McCutchen will score on a hit anyway.
You never want to make the last out at third.
Now a 2-0 count on McGee.
The sun's starting to come out again, Greg.
Crazy day.
It was clear to the west. See the reflection coming off the buildings.
Two and one.
If you can see that reflection hitting, that's going to be kind of in your eye a little bit.
There have been times, I think, especially in the later weeks of the season, where depending on the time of the game, how that sun has set and reflected off those buildings, it has caused some problems for both Pirate and visitor.
I mean, if you're hitting and you're looking at the batter's eye, and you got the sun, somebody yell time or balk?
Apparently just time.
I heard somebody yell balk, but it was either a fan or someone in the Pirate dugout.
Two-one count, 2 outs. And now 2-2 on Casey McGee. Fly to center field in the second. Bucks are hoping to max out in this frame. They got 2. A clutch 2-out hit would be nice. Lays off, and now it's full. So both McCutchen and Alvarez will be off. Ground ball left side. The backhand play, and McCutchen's breaking for the plate. He is safe! Boy, did he find an extra gear.
What was Desmond doing with the ball, though? Why wouldn't he just give it up to the plate immediately?
3-0 Pirates.
Well, Desmond's having a rough series, I'll tell you that. Bad game yesterday, and this is a poor decision. He's got it right now. He didn't throw to first, and
what's
now
he waiting for?
Where was he running to?
Man.
McCutchen, he's going around, and he's thinking the throw is going to go to first. Now he's in no man's land. There was nothing to do but hit the accelerator. And Desmond just started running with the ball. Wow.
Navarro takes a strike.
He's got the ball in his glove, and McCutchen is not at third yet. And he still hasn't thrown. He didn't let go of the ball until McCutchen was about a step and a half from the dirt circle by the time he threw the ball. Maziga.
Desmond doesn't get charged with an error, and McGee will take the RBI.
Hit to a couple of double plays last night. He made an error last night.
A double play ball.
Yeah, a big error. Had a little ball. It was hit very well, but it still went through his legs.
One ball, 2 strike count. The Pirates lead 3-0. Navarro had a bunt single last inning. He's the 8th man to hit here in the 3rd. There's a block.
Good block by Jerry Davis.
Yeah. Umpire assist.
I think this is Jerry that blocked it.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
Absolutely. Would have been runners at 2nd and 3rd again.
Clint getting a little chuckle out of it.
Popped him up. Desmond makes the catch. Pirates score 3, and it all started on the strikeout wild pitch. Andrew McCutchen sneaks in with the 3rd run. Brad Lincoln goes back to the hill.
Members of the Key in the 3rd inning that scored 3 for the Pirates against the Nationals. Sitting here watching social media, we've got Facebook and Twitter going all night long, and we're hearing from you. Here's just a few of the tweets we've been receiving during All Access Night. When we were asked what home run walk-off style you liked the most, August 1979, John Milner, a walk-off grand slam. Off at Tug McGraw in Game 1 of a doubleheader. And how about K. White 73? I was at Three Rivers when Mark Smith hit the home run to end the 10th inning no-hitter. That was in 1997. I would like to hear your reaction and your favorite walk-up home runs. Keep them coming, guys, all night long. Bob, Greg?
Okay, Lacey, thank you.
I think the biggest walk-up home run that is that going to be a home run?
Yeah! Oh, did Navarro catch it?
Yeah, he caught it.
How about that play? Jamichael Navarro just casually went back, reached up, and made the grab. How about the fan reaction?
That may have had home run depth. Take a look and see how deep this ball got. Yeah, that was over the fence.
Outstanding play from Navarro.
The guy with the black, is he trying to get the ball?
Not sure.
Okay. No, he just
want to make sure it was in the glove.
Yeah.
Brad Lincoln liked it.
Yeah. Guess so.
Like Navarro was trying to pretend he was a Green Bay Packer for a minute.
Saved him a run. They're still fired up back there.
They're loving it. The Loonies in left. And now what?
Huh, now what could this be about? Do they think maybe one of the Loonies caught the ball and put it in his glove? What would they be talking about? Are they going to go
review it?
This is going to be a catch. I mean, they can look at it all they want.
Yeah, that's no doubt.
Yeah, it's just he caught the ball. Now, it does look like that. Watch his glove disappear behind the wall for a second, right there. Now,
what I really do, I cannot wait to ask Navarro, what was he doing?
Now, did it look kind of like maybe to the bench that the guy with the black jacket there
stuck the glove back in there?
Put a ball in the glove real quick?
Here come the umpires. Jerry Davis, the crew chief.
He's out. By the way, Jerry, see how he always calms things?
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
There it is again. Clearly catches it. Now the glove kind of disappeared for a second, but the ball, you can see through the web, the ball is there the whole time.
Still want to know why he was pretending to climb in there, like just having some fun. Ball one on Bryce Harper.
Jerry with a quick call on the swing. You were talking about Jerry Davis throwing me out of the game earlier.
Well, I wasn't talking about that. You brought up the fact that he tossed you out.
He actually threw me out of the first 2 games I got.
Oh, well, that's different.
There's a history.
You want to give some details?
No. I just kind of, as I was recalling the game you were talking about, I thought about it. The second time I got thrown out, it was Jerry then too. Also,
I still got a kick out of the story, the one you told me last night.
Oh yeah, but that was off the air. I can't tell that.
Well, it was helpful on Jerry Davis's part, and this is an all-access night. Is there a way to tell the story without getting anybody in trouble, including yourself?
If I admit to anything, people are going to be wanting me suspended for 15 days.
Ball 4.
So I'll just
Bryce Harper walks. Go to the trivia question. Brought to you by AT&T Mobility. And tonight, the question is, Rod Barajas now has 3 career walk-off home runs. Off of which pitchers did he hit the first 2? Last night was Henry Rodriguez. Strike 1 on Zimmerman. He grounded out in the first against Bedard.
I'll bet you K-Rod was one. What do you think?
Well, we're going to give you a hint. Yankees, Giants, the teams.
Rivera Wilson, right?
2004, 2010. Which would cover?
Yeah.
Your guess?
Unless they were tie games.
Fairly close play as Harper dives back. He has attempted 2 steals since being promoted to the big leagues. He's 1 out of 2.
One of them home? Or
Stole home off of Cole Hamels. After Hamels hit him on Sunday, he would move to third on a base hit. And when Hamels tried to pick off the runner at first, he took off for home. Ball and 2 strikes. Zimmerman was out much of last year. Finished with just a dozen homers. As we said, returned from the disabled list, and inflamed shoulder landed him on the DL 3rd week of April.
Big lead. Look at that lead.
2-2.
I think you got to pick him off here, Greg, if he gets out there that far again. Get him.
Still 2-2. Talking about stealing home the other day against the Phillies' Cole Hamels. After being hit by the pitch, went to third on a hit by Jason Worth and steals home.
Wow, how about that? That's pretty neat to watch. As soon as he's walking off, he threw a little look to Hamels.
Quick
back
look over there,
shoulders.
yeah.
I like that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Just a quick look. He didn't stare him down. Say, take that.
So Ryan Zimmerman, who was a first-round pick in 2005, the 4th overall choice that year, facing first-round pick the following year by the Pirates. 4th overall in 2006, Brad Lincoln. Of course, Bryce Harper 2 years ago was the #1 pick in the nation by the Nationals. And Lincoln wins that battle. 4 punch-outs.
He is really possessing a pretty good fastball tonight. That will look like a 2-seamer. Didn't quite have the velocity that some of them have had, but yeah, explosive action on that ball. It just took off down and in. Looked almost like a real hard slider from a left-hander. That's that hard sinker that Charlie Morton needs to be throwing right now. That was the pitch.
Roche takes the pitch in the dirt. Struck out against Lincoln. After Bedard left, Lincoln inherited the 1-2 count. Eric Bedard left with back spasms. And the LaRoche shift. Alvarez playing shallow right. Hurdle was asked about the shifting that has gone on. Sports Illustrated did a piece on it a couple of weeks ago. How at times dramatic the overshift has become, including against right-hand hitters. And Hurdle's response was talking about shifting and whether it works as well. It can if your pitchers can execute the pitches. A lot of it has to come down to that too. 2-1 on LaRoche. And that evens the count. LaRoche, who spent part of 3 seasons with the Buccos, missed most of last year, torn labrum in his shoulder, had surgery, played in only 43 games, but off to the best start in his career this season. Came in batting .323, 9th best in the league. There goes the runner, and it's rolled to Alvarez, playing like a shortstop, but he bobbles it, kicks it, and there will be no play. If he gets the ball cleanly, he can still get LaRoche in air on him.
That was kind of an odd. Walker goes to cover the bag here, and that leaves that side open. If Walker doesn't cover the bag, that's an easy play for him.
Alvarez charged with his 7th error of the season.
I think if this is my opinion, it could be definitely wrong, but if you're going to have all the guys over on that side of the field, then the shortstop should be covering the bag on a steal. But once Walker left, then that slow roller, a slow ground ball, a very tough play for Alvarez. Has to come running in from shallow right field.
Big swing and a miss on the fastball to Xavier Nady.
They might go back to the drawing board on that one a little bit as far as what they do with their coverages. Because how many times is LaRoche going to hit a ground ball to the right side? And how many times is he going to hit one to shortstop? The percentages, I mean, they got to be 9 times out of 10.
Well, because
he puts it on the ground ball, it's going to be the right side.
Well, that's why they've got 3 guys on the right side.
So why have your shortstop stay home and your second baseman run to cover the bag? Guess it wasn't as clear to the west as we thought it was. Getting little raindrops now.
0-2 count on Nady. It remains 0-2. He hit a ground ball to Alvarez in the second. Alvarez dropped it initially, recovered, and threw out the X-Man.
Kind of an interesting sky tonight, all different
all
colors.
All day long, it's been crazy.
Grays and blues, and then you get a little bright yellow every now and then where the sun's still peeking through. And little raindrops coming down. A little everything.
And a base hit to right center field makes it a 3-1 ball game. Second RBI of the season for Nady. LaRoche goes to third. Harper scores.
Breaking ball. Nady didn't try to pull it, just go the other way. The fact that it was left upstairs is what kind of turned that into a base hit.
Here comes Ray Searage.
Yeah, the bullpen's going to get going. I think Ray's out here to slow things down a little bit, give the bullpen time to get busy with what they've been asked to do.
Jared Hughes starts to throw on the bullpen.
They had the tarp on the mound out there. Had to peel that off real quick. A.J. Burnett. What a great start he had last night. 20 times he's been in double figures in strikeouts in his career.
Punching out 10 last night. This will be the 40th pitch for Lincoln. It's the third time this season he's reached that mark. Also threw 40 pitches April the 29th. Oh, 0-1 on Danny Espinosa, who struck out in the second. Bounces this ball to Walker. Throws on to get him. Unearned run against Lincoln. Head to the bottom of the fourth inning at PNC Park. 3-1. Pirates lead the Nats. Last night, Rod Barajas, the walk-off home run, third of his career. What a moment here at PNC Park. The walk-off, the first home run of the season for Rod Barajas. Barajas, who hit 16 last year, as did Garrett Jones. Jones hit his fourth of the season last night, and Andrew McCutchen, his 95th at bat, his first of the season. Kutch hit 23 last season. PNC Bank for the achiever in you. Barajas will lead off the bottom of the fourth inning, a 3-1 ball game. He was hitting 127 into that at bat when he hit the walk-off. In the modern era, since 1900, only 3 other players have hit a walk-off with a batting average under a .130 and at least 45 at bats. That's how rare that was last night. Jim Thome was hitting 125 before a 2001 walk-off for the Indians. Howard Johnson had a 115 batting average. He had a walk-off in 95 for the Cubs. As Barajas lifts this one to right field. And maybe had a little bit of trouble maybe through the raindrops. And the other was a former Pirate, Kirby Higbee. In 1947 was hitting .113. So the trivia question about Barajas's previous walk-offs, of which pitchers did he hit the first 2? Tom Gordon of the Yankees in 2004 while with Texas. And Sergio Romo was pitching for the Giants 2 years ago. Barajas was playing for the Mets, and Josh Harrison tries to bunt his way on and fouls it off.
I'm guessing those were solo shots. Well, no, that just doesn't necessarily mean they were solo shots, but had to be a tie game though, huh?
Probably, huh? Have to go do some research.
Yeah, unless they were.
Unless they weren't tie games.
Weren't tie games. No, if the closers were hurt, unavailable.
0-2 the count on Josh Harrison. Flied out to right field to start the third. The Pirates then went on to score 3 runs. And the Pirates, when they score 2 or more runs this season, their record is 13-5. And a strikeout.
Nice block by Ramos.
It's all access night. We mentioned that Rod Barajas is mic'd up, and that's what he had to say earlier.
You saw that ball down in the dirt right there. You went whoosh, swing and run at the same time. You went like Ichiro.
Talking about the Lincoln swing and miss, and then reaching first on the wild pitch.
Well, I thought he was a good hitter, but I didn't think he was Ichiro.
Yeah, that's a little overrated. 1 ball, 1 strike. Little.
Ichiro has a style where he kind of swings and runs at the same time.
And watch Lincoln do the same thing now. Slap one to left. Chopper to the right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Batting for himself, but could be it for him in terms of
doesn't
the mound.
Well, he tried it again. It didn't work this time.
Pirates retired in order. They lead 3-1.
Is brought to you by Barrel.com. Definitely worth the click. By PNC Bank for the achiever in you. And by Chevy Cruze, which offers EPA estimated 42 mpg highway. Let's go Bucks!
Bucks lead 3-1. Jared Hughes now on in relief. Let's send it down to Dan Potash. He has more on our strike zone from Sports Vision.
All right, Brownie, thank you very much. You know, baseball is a game of inches, but the strike zone actually really defines what those inches are as far as balls and strikes are concerned. So I've asked Sean Kerrigan from Sports Vision to join us. And before we get into the X's and O's, tell me about how the idea came about to start something up like Strike Zone.
Sure. So Sport Vision really started, wanting to tell really great stories about technology, with technology. And so we started by putting the fake yellow line on the football field, showing you exactly where that 1st and 10 marker is. Then we decided, well, we need to do something with baseball. So we started tracking every single Major League Baseball pitch with a joint venture with MLB.com. And, now we're on air here with the Pitch FX tracker.
And it's every pitch, every batter, and it actually comes close to within an inch of actually telling you where the ball is as far as a strike or a ball.
That's correct. The system is accurate to within 1 inch. The same data that we feed feeds MLB.com. It feeds the same strike zone graphic that you have here on Root Sports.
You want to refer to it? It's actually on our screen now.
Oh, beautiful. So here we go. We're showing him that he's working the inside of the strike zone here. And what's great about this is that we actually plot the ball at the front of home plate, and we're much more accurate than a radar gun. We've actually replaced almost every single radar gun in the league. And
now this is actually some video that we have where the placement of each camera is that allows you to dictate the speed and the location. So kind of take us through how this works.
Sure. So we are actually tracking the camera. We're tracking the ball from 3 different cameras. We are tracking the ball along its entire trajectory, almost 50 times within the flight of the ball. So a traditional radar gun only tracks the ball once in that entire flight, and this is tracking the ball 50 times.
And the location of those cameras?
There are 3 of them around the ballpark, over first base, third base, and from center field.
What's the next step in technology? If you guys have been able to come this far in X amount of time, what's the next thing you guys are looking at?
So, really the next step for us is this thing that we kind of jokingly refer to as Moneyball 2.0, where, every front office now is actually using PitchFX information to evaluate their players. And our next big project that we're excited about is called Field Effects. And what we're going to be able to do is track every single player. And
speed, where he's moving.
Exactly. So pretty soon the viewers at home will be able to know exactly where, how fast McCutchen runs the bases and how much range Harrison has at shortstop.
Wow. And that's coming when? So a theater near you soon?
Something like that.
Sean, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Bob Walk, I know you're a big fan of the strike zone. Hope it gave you a little insight on that, huh?
Well, I've always been a big fan of the strike zone. I just never have been able to really find it with any consistency, and that was always a problem. But now I always know where it is. It's right there, within an inch. 1, 2, 3.
Yep. And indeed, back-to-back strikeouts for Jared Hughes.
See that little breaking ball? Just off the plate by about an inch. Sweeper.
Hughes pitched 2 innings on Sunday afternoon against the Cincinnati Reds. Allowed just 1 hit. Brad Lincoln, 3 innings of 1 hit ball. 1 unearned run against Lincoln in relief of the injured Eric Bedard. Ball 1 on Detweiler. Lincoln struck out 4. One and 2.
Hughes is kind of the model of intensity out there. You lock in the way he looks. That man is always focused.
Struck each man out that he faced. Moore, Ramos, and Detweiler. 1, 2, 3 for Jared Hughes. 3-1 Pirates.
hashtag All Access if you live in the world of social media, and that's where I am all night long. We're getting reaction from you, the fan, both at home and even here at the stadium. We've gotten several tweets. Here's just a few more from D. Leslie. My first live walk-off homer, Kutch in 2009 versus the Phillies. His first also, that one definitely memorable. Rob Makoviak, walk-off in his doubleheader. He had a grand slam in the first game. He had a home run in the ninth to tie it up. Oh yeah, and his kid was born. What a wild day for Makoviak. But as it's been said so often tonight in Twitter and just really anytime you talk to Pirate fans, Bill Mazeroski, no other player should be mentioned. Enough said. The 1960 home run in the World Series, I don't really know if you can ever better that. And as much fun as Rob Barajas' home run was last night, that could be just the beginning of this season, where that one wrapped up one of the most memorable seasons in Pirate history. Guys?
Okay, thank you so much, Lacey. Barajas. And the Pirates lead 3-1.
You know, I said earlier that the Maz would have to be it, but there is kind of a thing about the Maz home run. You know, the walk-off home run is kind of a modern catchphrase. It's, you know, you never heard of that until, I don't know, a few years back or whatever it was. And almost calling Maz's home run a walk-off home run almost does disservice to it. Do you know what I'm saying? Or
I do. I hold that in such reverence, and I wasn't there. I wasn't alive. So if the question, I don't think it's.
It was a World Series winning.
Yeah, you place that in a different category altogether, almost, right?
Yeah.
Somebody said enough said. Yeah, no doubt. It's almost like, okay, let's put that aside as Tabata is retired on the bunt try. Ramos able to throw him out. I mean, for me, John Wehner's walk-off, it wasn't a walk-off, I guess that was the main question, but in terms of home runs, it stands out. The Michael McHenry walk-off, an 8th inning. They didn't walk off, but it was an 8th inning home run, was big. The McCutchen walk-off home run against the Phillies was big.
The biggest walk-off home run here in this ballpark was Giles.
The Giles home, yeah, that's right.
I mean,
the grand slam.
What was that, 8 runs in the bottom of the 9th? Was that what it was, 8 runs?
I think so.
In the bottom of the 9th?
Started with 2 outs and nobody on.
2 outs, nobody on?
I think they were down 7, yeah, and scored 8.
And to end it with a grand slam? That, I mean, how can you have anything more dramatic than that was as far as a regular season game? Then, I don't know. And that was right here at PNC Park.
Walker fly ball. Harper. 2 outs. And here comes McCutchen. Spinning fans participate in Pedal for Pirates Charities, a 100-bike outdoor spin event on Federal Street, presented by Highmark this Saturday, May 12th. Each cyclist gets a complimentary ticket to the Pirates-Astros game that night and a commemorative towel. Proceeds benefit Pirates Charities and the YMCA of Greater Pittsburgh Building Bridges program. To register for the event, go to pirates.com/pedal. And now McCutchen. So the question about walk-offs, Maz in a category all by itself.
I don't know if the phrase walk-off has stood the test of time yet. In 10, 15 years from now, is there going to be some other phrase that has taken its place? In fact, we might have to start working on that. Let's come up with something.
You know, I'm just thinking though in my mind, because I mentioned right away a Wehner home run. I mentioned the McHenry home run. Those weren't quote walk-offs, but the home runs don't have to be walk-offs to be very, very exciting. And as thrilling as that was last night, and it was. There's a line drive solidly hit to center by Andrew McCutchen.
Those couple of days off got him locked in.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's hit a ball anywhere but on the screws.
Well, this is like McCutchen the first week of the season.
Yeah.
Hit everything on the line. He's 3 for 3 tonight.
You see from the strike zone that ball pretty much right down the middle. Put it on a tee for him, and McCutchen hit it like it was on a tee.
There's the, I guess Walker started that. Reference to what, Zoltan. Did you see the movie they were talking about?
No, I haven't seen it.
Dude, Where's My Car?
No.
You really ought to. It's a classic.
I know.
It'll stand the test of time.
Yeah.
Ashton Kutcher.
One of my all-time favorite actors there.
But whatever it takes, and it's right now gotten the club together on hits. Form that Z. There's a drive by Alvarez to the warning track, and the catch is made. We have played 5. 3-1 Bucks. Not Abe. We're going to talk to Brad Lincoln, who had an outstanding performance. Talks to us live now. Brad, congratulations. Obviously kind of thrown into the mix unexpected, but great job.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was a little ambush down there, but, you know, things like this happen, and you just got to be ready to get in there and give it what you got and, you know, go right at guys from the get-go, and I felt I did that.
Really a great fastball tonight. The radar gun, or I guess it's not a radar gun, we know that now, but the velocities were way up. And you threw one, as the ball was grounded into center field. You threw one fastball that it looked like maybe a two-seamer, and the bottom just exploded out of it like it was for a strike 3. I don't remember now what the hitter was. It was a right-hand hitter, but just phenomenal movement. Is that a pitch that you throw a lot of, or that you're going to? Or I mean, that was amazing.
You know, it's just a pitch I've been working on, but that one did have, I think it was Zimmerman.
Yeah, it was.
You know, he just sometimes they move more than others, but you know, I was trying to just go in, maybe get a ground ball there, and he was able to swing over it, and you know, it's just working out for me right now. Ball's coming out good, and you know, just go out there with the mindset that I'm gonna, you know, come right at you.
What is your mindset, Brad? Because the other day we were talking to Clint Hurdle, and he said that you have elevated yourself to the point where he wanted to start using you in high-leverage, later inning situations, but also knowing that you're the guy who right now is almost the 6th man in the rotation. So what's your mindset like?
You know, I take every day in stride, you know, whether it's going out there and, you know, picking up Eric like I did tonight, or, you know, I go down there and just wait for that phone to ring and, you know, just be ready. Don't really have a role right now, as I would say, but, you know, it's looking good right now. I just come out of there and give it what I got and you know, let my defense work for me a lot too. You know, just put the ball in the zone, let the guys get themselves out, and, you know, trust my stuff.
Good opportunity tonight to kind of show off a little bit out there in this game. Can go more than just one inning. But while you're in the middle of the field, you're not really thinking about the opportunity, are you?
No, I mean, it's just you go out there and play baseball and, you know, just have fun with it and give them what you got and let things happen as they will.
How about the hitting tonight? Yeah. I was bragging on you and 2 strikeouts, but
led to a run.
But Rod said you look like Ichiro.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know, on the first strike 3, I was kind of running out of the box. Well, it was like a 45-foot slider, so I was kind of leaning out on it, but we'll get out there on the curveball machine tomorrow and work on that a little bit.
Very important to Brad Lincoln, who is a very outstanding hitter as well. Brad, don't want to hold you up, but do want to ask you about going out there and pitching as many innings as you did tonight. As Bob said, you responded about the fact that you're not going out there and thinking about your role. However, now that it's behind you, you're like every other pitcher. You'd love to be a starter.
Right, absolutely. That's what I've done my whole career. And but I want to be part of something good up here in Pittsburgh, and whatever they need me to do, I'm willing to step in that role and take charge and just show them what I have, and hopefully they'll trust me enough to keep throwing me back out there.
Well, great job tonight, Brad. Thanks for being with us.
All right, thanks for having me.
Brad Lincoln, 3 innings, 1 hit ball, 1 unearned run, struck out 4. As Bryce Harper fouls off another, and Ian Desmond taking off on the previous couple of pitches here. Brad Lincoln tonight in relief of Erik Bedard, who lasted 1 plus 3 pitches in the 2nd inning. What a job.
Oh, I think he looked absolutely awesome out there. Really, what an athlete he is, and what there's that pitch that we were talking about right there. But what a great attitude he has. And this is going to stay in play. Looks like Alvarez has got a beat on it. And I wanted to point out that attitude is shared amongst just about everybody in that clubhouse. This team really does have some unity to it. They're pulling for each other. They have a lot of confidence. Like Clint has done just a remarkable job in that regard. Everybody going the same way. All those guys out there to steal one of Clint's lines, they're all in. They're all in. And you could tell, from the way Lincoln said right there, yeah, I want to start, but I also want to be a part of something great here. I'll do whatever I'm asked. That could have come out of anybody's mouth on that roster.
Here is Zimmerman. Zimmerman is facing 3rd different pitcher, as was the case with Harper and Desmond, because the lefty Erik Bedard started and got Zimmerman to ground out to 2nd. And then the righty Brad Lincoln struck out Zimmerman in the 4th inning. Talking to Bob about that at bat. And here he faces Jared Hughes.
Yeah, I said, I don't remember who it was. And he goes, oh, it's Zimmerman.
I think it was Zimmerman. Yeah.
He
just
knew,
so you know.
He remembered that pitch.
Right.
That ball just exploded out of his hand. When you throw a few pitches like that during the game, they go in your mind and you think, wow, I threw that. That's something that maybe I need to harness a little bit. But what a weapon that would be if he could mix that in a little more often. We used it for a strikeout pitch there to Zimmerman, but if you can get some consistency with your location out of that, you can be a ground ball machine. That's where Charlie was last year, and it's where Charlie's not quite back to this season. Getting that good sinker and the combination to put it in the right spot.
Well, that's what Jared Hughes features as well, and what he'd love to get here with Adam LaRoche on deck.
The strikeout guys, it's nice, but strikeouts take a lot of pitches, and that in modern baseball, today's game, pitches are counted, and it's a big deal how many you throw. It's hard to be efficient, to be a strikeout guy. And plus, it seems like when you can get that ball hit on the ground, you're always just a ground ball double play from getting out of a big inning. It can be quite a weapon for you. But then, having said that, there are times where there's a runner down at 3rd base and there's 1 out, and you need to have a strikeout. And so if you got swing and miss type stuff, like AJ did last night, I mean, that can be pretty handy as well.
Runner goes from first, swing and a miss, and into center field. So Desmond will wind up at 3rd.
Now there's 2 outs with that swing and miss, so that's not that big of a deal that he got the 3rd base. Infield will play back, try and get that 3rd out, obviously. Even with down up by 2, they would have still probably played back. But you don't worry about that man going to 3rd with 2 outs.
Second steal for Desmond. Batter Adam LaRoche. Stolen base E2. LaRoche struck out and reached on an error. His 2 at-bats against Brad Lincoln, and out comes Ray Searage. Pirates have bullpen action.
You have the tying run at the plate and a left-hander that's got good power.
Watson is throwing. He is the only lefty available in the Pirates bullpen, and it's early. And of course, Rick Ankiel, a left-hand hitter, available on the bench for Davey Johnson, along with Chad Tracy and Roger Bernardino. Also, the switch hitter Steve Lombardozzi.
I think that was another new thing that's come along with the walk-off home run phrase. Everybody covers their mouth now when they're out on the mound. You don't ever see anybody just go out and talk. So we can't guess what they're saying or read their lips.
Two 2-0. Desmond singled. Moments ago stole second, went to third on the throwing error by Barajas.
They are going to go ahead and throw 2 more wide ones.
They'll take their chances with Xavier Nady.
Well, it's a situation that LaRoche got into last night where he was able to get ahead off Hanrahan to where he could set fastball, and even as hard as Hanrahan throws, LaRoche is an excellent fastball hitter. When he can cheat to it, you know, and look for nothing else. And once Hughes fell behind, they decided not to even mess around with LaRoche, put him on. And as far as putting on the tying run, being you know, quote unquote, maybe against the book. That's one book that Clint doesn't have. He's got a lot of books in his office, but he's not afraid to go his own way.
He did, and it worked. They got Nady to ground to second unassisted. Where is Dan Potash? Where in the world is Dan Potash? What?
He's in the crow's nest.
By a score of 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th, and I have gained access high above center field. Now, watching at home, our center field camera used to be over here, just above the Pirates bullpen. that's not really center field. It's really left center field. So we decided to talk to our friends at the Pirates. We talked to Bob Nutting, Frank Coonley, Chris Hunter, and Dennis Dupuy, and said, we'd like to put in what's called a true center field camera. And this is it. And when you guys watch this at home, you'll notice that you're now watching from high above center field, and we've lined it up so that it's exactly in connection with home plate. And this gives you a real perspective of what balls and strikes may or may not be, depending on how they're called on the other side of the plate. Now, Troy, I got to ask you this, buddy. You're the full-time center field camera guy. Any problem with heights?
Negative.
Negative, Ghost Rider. All right, fair. It is a pretty long way up. But, guys, I know that you in the booth really enjoy this look because this is what it's all about. It's the true center field shot.
I can't imagine people not loving this shot. And, Dan, we're going to show folks, you can't see what we're going to do. We're going to show folks what it used to look like. And Troy's got the true center, the traditional or off-center camera. Didn't give you the true look as McGee grounds out to start the bottom of the 6th inning. The Pirates leading 3-1. So this is what we have now currently, the true center right over the plate.
Yeah, when you're offset like that, you really don't get a good look at whether the ball is in or out. And left-hand hitters breaking, or left-hand pitchers breaking balls, I mean, they got like a big old loop on it. It looks like they got like a 4-foot curveball. Where when you're looking at true center, you can see that their curveball from the left side really isn't any more of a break than the right-hand pitcher's curveball. This is just a great look right down the barrel.
Kind of makes you wonder, guys, why this is not mandatory in all ballparks.
Well, a lot of ballparks now have started to go to this over the last couple of years. We've seen more and more. In fact, on the last road trip, St. Louis at Busch Stadium, they have a center field shot that's looking right dead over the top of the pitcher.
There are a handful, but to your point, Dan, I think more people are going to probably demand it. I mean, folks at Root Sports, we have been getting compliments from day one with this look. And there's a split screen again of the old traditional center to your right.
You could see from the true center that ball was in. From the traditional center, it looked like it was more right down the middle.
So I guess now with this look and what we had with strike zone, we're always right.
Correct.
Okay. No argument there. Good.
No.
In fact, you know what? I'm gonna say that if the Pirates hold on and win, that our walk-off interview should be up here.
Well, good luck.
Well,
good luck getting a guy up there.
It was easy.
You'll be interviewing Troy.
Hey, you know what? Troy's actually not wearing shorts tonight. It's that cold up here. He's actually wearing a full winter outfit.
Wow, you're talking.
Wow.
It is colder.
It is a little.
It's 10 degrees colder up there.
It is. It is a little bit, a little on the breezy side, but still a very cool perspective.
Usually it's a little warmer up there though, because it's right above the barbecue, isn't it?
Yeah, but the barbecue's closed.
Oh.
Manny went home to sleep.
2-2 count. Popped up. First baseman LaRoche.
Well, Manny did come by the booth a couple innings ago, and he brought us some barbecue sandwiches. Yeah. I don't know if he was on his way home at that time or not, but Manny came in, as he does a lot of times, and brings us some of his good food.
Are we going to have this problem again with you guys getting stuff in the booth and me getting nothing down here?
Well, you're not too far from us.
It's hard to deliver you food now, Dan.
You just got to come walking around.
Yeah, I know what you want. There's nobody going to walk up there to give you or Troy food way up there.
Troy, you hungry? No longer negative. It's now positive.
Okay, yeah.
He's hungry.
Rod Barajas at the plate.
I noticed that there's like a little crane type thing back there.
Yeah,
I guess that's to bring the camera up.
Well, let's find out. Troy, let me ask you. The crane over here, is that to bring up your gear?
Yes, it is.
How long does that take?
It takes a little while. It's not real fast.
I guess you can't really expect anybody to strap it on their back and just climb up the ladder. That would be a little nice little lift they have.
Troy would do it.
Well, if he had to, yeah, if he had to, sure. You know, my idea when they first talked about the true center field camera was to put them on the North Tower of the Clemente Bridge.
Yes.
Now that looks to me like it's true center, and that would have been an interesting climb to see Troy go to the top.
Yeah. Troy's lobbying for that next year.
And I'm sure that's in line with true center. And that would give us just a little bit more elevation.
Dan, be ready next year for All Access Night. Take a look at where you're going to be.
Yeah, on top of the North Tower.
That's a true center about 2 football fields away.
There you go.
That's not happening, dude.
Hey, there's a telephoto lens on that baby.
Not today.
Built a little platform up there.
Baby steps.
Call it the crow's nest.
Baby steps. This is a good first step, though. Really a cool perspective, something different. And as you said, it's nice to see more ballparks are switching to it.
Yeah. Detweiler strikes out Barajas. Pirates go down in order for the second time tonight. Pirates are leading 3-1 on All Access Night here on Root Sports. The Nats come to bat in the 7th. Android, BlackBerry, and Windows Mobile. Get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @BAT to 31826 or visit Pirates.com for details. Bunch of changes for the Pirates as Clint Hurdle goes to defense. Alex Presley replaces Shimiko Navarro in left. Clint Barmas replaces Josh Harrison at short. And now Juan Cruz takes over. Becomes the 4th pitcher to work tonight. Eric Bedard went 1 inning plus 3 pitches into the 2nd inning before being forced to leave with back spasms. Brad Lincoln went 3 innings, gave up 1 unearned run. Jared Hughes 2 scoreless, and now the veteran Juan Cruz.
Well, the bullpen night is working out pretty fine right now. No problems whatsoever. Just a couple of base hits on the night for the Nats.
First pitch inside to Danny Espinosa. Switch hitting second baseman has struck out and grounded out. Ball to strike on Espinosa. He has struck out 38 times this season and 104 at bats, tied for tops in the National League. This ball hit the other way. And he'll have a double to lead off the 7th.
The ball had a little bit of slice moving the other way. Presley could not get over there on time. Espinosa did a nice job there. He got a hanging off speed pitch, but he just kind of went with it. So many times guys try to pull balls away from him, and that's when they will roll over and put those things on the ground. And hit the routine ground ball, the 2-hopper to second.
Rick Ankiel is going to pinch hit for Tyler Moore. Hyundai will present some out-of-town scores for you. Johnny Cueto, a nice outing today. Paul Maholm, 7 shutout innings as the Cubs blank the Atlanta Braves. Final from San Diego, the Rockies win 6-2. Phillies up in their game. The Marlins and the Astros are tied at 2. Arizona will host St. Louis. Giants and Dodgers. Tim Lincecum against Chad Billingsley in that one. Ankiel takes ball 1. Started in center field last night, was 1 for 4. A leadoff double for Espinosa. 3rd hit for the Nationals. To center field, McCutchen. One out.
Nice read by Kutch. No hesitation. You could almost hear off the end the way the ball sounded, the way the bat sounded, that it was right off the end. It wasn't going to carry. And your wingmen are supposed to really be helping you out too. The left fielder, right fielder, they got to be yelling at you in or back. They're the ones that, you know, got that side view, and they am quicker than you can in center. They can tell how deep that ball is going to be or how shallow.
Wilson Ramos against Cruz takes a ball.
One of the most important things on that baseball field is defensively, you guys have to communicate with each other.
Ramos has grounded out and struck out. It was 2 for 4 with an RBI last night, and ball will go to the backstop and allow Espinosa to reach 3rd on a wild pitch.
Yeah, this is definitely a wild pitch. I don't think there was anything that Barajas could do, but what he did, it was so far outside, his only chance was to go ahead and run the glove out there and maybe pick it like a first baseman. Just don't think he had enough time to shift all the way out there.
Now even a ground ball can make it a 1-run game for Washington. A 2-0 count on Ramos. Ball 3. Roger Bernardina comes out on deck to hit for Detweiler. Strike. Cruz would like to keep his ERA intact. There's 0. 11 innings. 11 hits. No runs.
Yeah, when you're in the May, you want to keep it like that. It's not easy. It's kind of like a challenge now. It's like, how far can I go before I give up an earned run?
It's the 6th walk he's allowed to go along with 10 strikeouts. Instead of Bernardina, Davey Johnson will go to Chad Tracy to hit for Detweiler.
Yeah, right now Cruz got to be thinking, okay, got to give me that ground ball, be a double play.
Busy night for that man, pitching coach Ray Searage. Out once again to talk. Has to wait until Rod finishes his sneezes.
I know how you feel, Rod.
Yeah. Tony Watson starts to loosen up. He was throwing a couple of innings back. The lone lefty in the Pirates' pen.
Oh, look at that dude. That is nice. Not only the way you have it set up, the way it's standing. There's a little bit of a curl going there too, I think, right? Right toward the back there a little. And then like the back part of it just kind of breaks straight down. I really like that. That took a while, you know. It took effort, took thought.
Runners at first and third, one away here in the 7th inning.
The Lincoln haircut doesn't have a lot of thought involved.
No. Left-hand hitter Chad Tracy. Foul tip. Tracy bats for Detweiler. Two on, one out. The Pirates' lead is 3-1.
Ground ball to Walker. Oh, that was the pitch for it. Get him to pull that. Trying to curl that little breaking ball in, down and away. Tracy goes out there and hooks it. That's going to be right to Walker.
2 for 11 as a pinch hitter this season, Chad Tracy. Now it's 1-2.
That's what I thought. Looked quite a ways outside the strike zone. Showed that. I mean, that's got to be an inch or so. Wonder how many inches. We have to ask. Was it Sean?
Yeah.
How many inches one of those squares is? So that way we can tell how far a ball is off the plate.
Reaching out and popping it to shallow left. This is deep enough to score a run. And it is a 1-run ball game.
Smart move, Alex. For a moment there, I think he looked toward the plate, but the tying run is at first. Do not throw home and let the tying run get to second base. You got to go to second with this. He did look home. Thank goodness he didn't throw it there. Last night, Harper showed his youth. He threw one from maybe 10-15 feet in front of the warning track all the way home on the fly and let a Pirate runner move into scoring position. Sometimes you just have to swallow your pride, throw the ball to second base. Use your head.
Jamaica Navarro made a very nice play on Desmond in the 4th inning. Drove one to the wall and left. Last time up, Desmond singled. Checks his swing. Alex Presley now in left field for Navarro. 2-0 count on Desmond. Left-hand hitter Bryce Harper on deck. You saw him, and Tony Watson more than likely would face him should this inning continue after the Desmond at bat. Time was called and granted. Folks don't like it here, and I don't think Cruz cared for it.
The next time we see our strike zone on the side, the little boxes are just a little bit over 5 inches.
Boy, that was a late call there.
So now when we see a ball off, you can kind of say, oh, it's about a box off the plate, and you know it was 5 inches outside.
That one would have been inside the strike zone.
Now the height of the boxes varies with the height of the hitter.
Popped up. Right field, Tabata puts it away. We're going to keep it here or take me out to the ball game. As a
Fans,
International
it's
score
time
one.
for the seventh inning stretch. We invite you now to stand, follow the
Some great shots from our AGH cam. There's that big catch that Navarro made on the drive that was hit in the fourth inning by Desmond. Now a one-run ball game. Detweiler pitched well. Gave up those 3 third-inning runs. That's it for him. Bryce Harper moves from center field and goes to right. Ricky Ankiel is now in center. And the new pitcher is Craig Stammen.
Well, time now to get a little cushion on this lead. Nationals trying to make a little comeback at the Bucks within a run.
Alex Presley's first at bat. Xavier Nady moves from right to left. Not sure why they did that alignment. They keep Nady in right. As we know, in this ballpark, and certainly the X-Man knows, a lot of room out there in left field.
Yeah, you need somebody with center field type skills to play left fielder. Very deep, a lot of room back there behind Nady, especially to his left.
Alex Presley had a big at bat last night. His one-out pinch hit single off Henry Rodriguez led to the comeback.
Came off the bench the other night, hit a big home run. Ended up being the difference in the game.
Emphatic no, Vic Carapazza. Clint Hurdle said he wants Presley to concentrate not on walking more or striking out less, but getting barrel to the balls that he should that are in the strike zone, hittable pitches. This ball lined to right. And a little bit of a late start, but the catch is made by Bryce Harper.
Yeah, he really did get a little bit of a late jump. Wasn't sure about how hard that ball was hit. Talked earlier about reading these balls hit right at you. It sometimes can be tough. Sometimes you have to use your ears. Hesitation. barely got that glove underneath it.
Imagine Davy Johnson and the coaching staff breathing a sigh of relief when they see that play and see him get up. A couple days ago, Jason Worth broke his wrist diving for a ball. He's out for at least a couple months. Now Barmes, his first at bat. Jason Worth, injury occurred the other day against the Phillies, the broken wrist. Same wrist that he broke in 2005 with the Dodgers. Had surgery 2 nights ago. Jason Worth now on the disabled list. Michael Morse has been on the DL all year. Harper making the catch on the liner by Presley. Able to get the glove out.
Younger wrist. Hard to believe he's still just 19 years old.
Line foul past Nick Leyva.
One of the things that's really interesting about Harper is what kind of a power guy was he going to be. He's obviously going to be looked to fill a little bit of that role. But at 19, you know, I think you're going to have 2 or 3 years, aren't you, before you really, you know, fill out and start driving the ball.
It'll be fun to watch this guy's career.
When you watch guys that are power hitters in the minor leagues, in their teenage years, even the power guys, you know, they're hitting 10, 12. And then maybe when they're 25, 26 in the big leagues, you know, maybe then they're hitting 30. Harper, we're going to see his, what are, for most guys, at minor league years up at this level.
Barmes caught looking. Bryce Harper, at the age of 19, and over the last 20 years, the only players who made their major league debuts at a younger age: Alex Rodriguez, Adrian Beltre, and Andruw Jones, along with pitcher Felix Hernandez.
3 pretty good everyday players.
Tabata takes a strike. He's 1 for 3. Hit the ball off the pitcher Detweiler in the 3rd. Carried into right. He would score on a base hit by McCutchen. An inning that started on a strikeout. A 1-out strikeout of Brad Lincoln. Reached first on the wild pitch. That set the rally in motion. All right.
I skimmed the other ball.
Big time.
He's not giving that ball to anybody.
Popped it up. Shortstop out. And the catch is made by Desmond. Pirates go down in order for the 2nd straight inning. On to the 8th. Bucks up by 1.
Sports. Pirates ahead of the Nationals by 1 run. A tweet I just received. Lee Van Kirk, his favorite highlight tonight, Kutch rounding third and finding another gear. Of course, he's the run that scored on the Casey McGee RBI single in the third that currently has the Pirates ahead 3-2. About an hour ago, another tweet came in from Jeff Frankenstein, who is here watching the ball game. Just took a beautiful shot of Pittsburgh. Hashtag best city ever. By the way, guys, it looks like he might be sitting relatively close to Greg Brown and Bob Walk. It looks like he might even be in the booth with you guys. I also just received a message on Facebook from Matthew Craig, also at the game. Hi, Lacey. It's fun to see Bryce Harper in person, but also good to see the Bucs scratching out some runs. So keep the reaction coming, and also soon we will have the tweet in the game. Of course, the reaction from the fans, all just a part of All Access Night here on Root Sports.
Okay, Lacey, thanks. We got to find out who the mystery picture taker is.
Yeah, I'm looking over there. That is pretty close, isn't it, to where we're at?
Bryce Harper leads off against the new pitcher, Jason Grilli. Pirates lead by 1. Harper, Zimmerman, Adam LaRoche.
Been somebody in the press box, maybe.
Strike 1.
I agree. My favorite highlight of the night definitely was McCutchen scoring on a ground ball to short from second. Not often do you see somebody score from second base on a ground ball to shortstop.
No.
That could be one I'd never see again. We're not talking a ball that was bobbled.
Harper, it's a fly ball to left. And Presley there. 1 down. Jason Grilli's numbers for this season, veteran right-hander. He's been very good now, setting up Joel Hanrahan.
They're throwing hard. He's been featuring a real tight, biting, breaking ball. Just a lot of swing and miss stuff. He certainly has earned that 8th inning job.
Looking for 2 more outs to get the ball to that man, Joel Hanrahan. Got to get past Zimmerman and LaRoche. 2 tough outs. Ball 1. So Zimmerman now facing Jason Grilli. This is the 4th different pitcher he's faced. The lefty Bedard, the righty Lincoln, Jared Hughes in the 6th, and now Grilli. One thing about these bullpen games, doesn't give you a chance to really learn the pitchers. Starter going just 1. Bedard 1 inning plus 3 pitches into the 2nd, and forced to leave with back spasms. While Ross Detweiler worked 6 for the Nats. See where the bullpen stands for the Bucs. That's what's left. Hanrahan, Resop from the right side, Watson from the left side. Resop. Going the other way. And a base hit off the wall. Into second base, Zimmerman with a potential tying run.
Played well out in right field. I thought Talbot did a nice job playing. But you never know as far as what kind of bounce you're going to get. He has really learned that right field fence. You can't be too aggressive, get too close. You have to play off a little bit, see what the ball is going to do. And quickly was able to barehand it, get that throw in. But anything off that right field fence is, who knows what's going to happen. Could hit concrete, could hit steel, could hit the chain link fabric. And we have seen some crazy bounces coming back at the outfielders. What do you think is the craziest of wall, right? Yeah. I'm voting for the right field fence in San Francisco.
Yeah, I would go with you.
I mean, that really is a you see the notch 410 feet away.
Grilli facing LaRoche. Last time up, LaRoche walked intentionally to get to the righty Nady. Struck out, reached on an error. His 2 at-bats against Brad Lincoln. And now they're going to walk him again. This time, he's not the tying run potentially, but the go-ahead run. As Bob said earlier, no book from Clint Hurdle.
He's said last year, real early on, that he's never seen that book and he's not going to go by it. One of those old-time baseball rules where you don't put on tying runs or winning runs, but if you think you got a great shot at getting that next guy, you do.
Roger Bernardina will pinch hit as both managers start to use their benches. Of course, Clint Hurdle has such great respect for Davey Johnson. It was Davey Johnson who brought Hurdle back to the major leagues. Hurdle was with the Mariners in late 1983. They released him. Didn't have a job. Johnson gave him the opportunity to play at the AAA level with the Mets. Roger Bernardina bats. Runners at first and second. A couple years later, Hurdle was back in the big leagues and Johnson was managing the New York Mets. Strike 1 on Bernardina. Not liking that call, apparently. 0-1. 8 for 22 in his career as a pinch hitter.
Not swinging the bat real well right now. Just hitting, was that 184 on the year? With it. Espinosa on deck, who also is not hitting the ball very well this season. You can understand why he decided to go against these two guys, bypass LaRoche.
Grilli doing fine work against left-handed hitters early going this season. They're just 3 out of 21 against him, a 143 average. 1 ball, 1 strike on Roger Bernardina. And in the dirt, the block by Barajas.
And that was a big one. Would have put the tying run at third and just 1 out. This ball cannot get by. Shifted outside. It looked like he had his upper body kind of leaning forward. That's very important, for a catcher. When that ball comes up and hits you, it's got a tendency then to go back down toward the ground. And where if you're upright, the ball can go left, right, all over the place. Be leaning forward. It's kind of almost like you're smothering it. Here's that block again. See how he's leaning forward right there? The ball comes up and hits him and goes straight back down to the dirt.
Michael McHenry watches. Pirates backup catcher. Now 3-1 on Bernardina. 2 on, 1 out. Jason Grilli needs to throw a strike here. And it's fouled away. Now 3-2. Bernardina started in left field last night, was 0 for 4. Three and 2. Zimmerman and LaRoche the runners. Still 3-2. Bernardina has struck out 17 times and 49 at bats. Jason Grilli has racked up a good number of Ks. 20 in 11 innings.
Barajas out giving some signs to the middle infielders, letting them know if they do run and it's a strikeout, where he's going to throw the ball, whether he'll go to third or second.
Another 3-2 pitch, and he walked him. And now the bases are loaded. For Danny Espinosa.
And I have to make some decisions about where the infield's going to play. Like Alvarez is going to be in quite on the grass, but even with the base pass, middle infielder is going to play double A or double play depth.
Espinosa doubled to left his last time up against Juan Cruz. We were talking earlier tonight about the fact that Davey Johnson is showing confidence for now in Espinosa, even though he has struggled mightily. Struck out his first time up, grounded out in the 4th inning against Lincoln his second time, but that double to lead off the 7th and scored the 2nd run.
That was an off-speed pitch that was up and away from him a little bit. Slapped that direction.
1 ball, 1 strike. To the 3rd round pick in 2008 out of Long Beach State, Danny Espinosa, switch hitter. Hit 21 home runs last year. One ball, 1 strike count. Chris Rhysop loosens in the Pirates' pen. Now Barajas out to talk with Grilli. Pirates scored 3 runs in the 3rd inning. The Nationals got a run in the 4th. Unearned off Lincoln. And the sacrifice fly by pinch hitter Chad Tracy brought home Danny Espinosa in the 7th.
The way Grilli's been throwing this year, I think he's got to be thinking strikeout in this situation. He's a lot of good swing and miss pitches. Of course, you have to stay ahead in the count to be thinking that way.
Goes to 2-1. Three balls and a strike now. After the 1-out double by Zimmerman, the Pirates elected to intentionally walk Adam LaRoche. Pinch hitter Roger Bernardina walked. And now 3-1 on Espinosa. Ooh,
needed that one. And that just, it looked like with our true center camera, just got the edge of the strike zone. Take a look at the pitch again. Thank you. That was right on the black.
Here we go now, 3-2. We told you about all the strikeouts for Espinosa this season. Got him. 2 outs.
That's what he needed. You got a guy up there that's having a tough time getting balls put in play. You're a strikeout guy. Game's on the line. You got to do it. And Grilli did. Now they can't get that run home with an out. It's got to be a base hit.
And it's Ankiel at the plate. Pinch hit in the 7th, stayed in the game to play center.
Absolutely huge strikeout.
1. Blew that one past him. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I think Grilly's velocity kind of surprises guys a little bit. See a lot of swing throughs on his fastball.
Another up and in 94. Boy, watch Grilly's reaction if he does get Ankiel.
Oh, he's going to get him. Ankiel's on his heels now.
1 and 2. So you're going to see some grilled cheese. Oh, he did upstairs. Put that grilled cheese on your skillet. They leave them loaded.
Not only is he throwing hard, these last 2 pitches, great spots, gets the left-hander, get him up and in.
Nationals grilled cheese 39, making it interesting on All Access night. But Jason Grilly getting out of a bases loaded jam, and so we bring to you the tweet of the night. It comes from Tim Gooch, 15. My favorite Bucks walk-off home run is Mark Smith's walk-off / no-hitter. It was the night my daughter was born. We received several tweets about that home run and about the hybrid home run no-hitter / tweet. But Tim Gooch having his daughter born July 12, 1997, that brings to you our tweet of the game, guys.
Okay, Lacey, thank you. That was certainly a most memorable walk-off. The extra inning no-hitter game. Francisco Cordova, Ricardo Rincon, and the pinch hit of Mark Smith in front of a sellout crowd at Three River Stadium.
I always remember reading about that the next day.
Yeah. You should have been there.
Yeah. I was on location somewhere else at the time.
Right. 1-1 count on Walker. Bernardina stays in the game to play left. Walker 1 for 3. McCutchen to follow, then Alvarez. The 3 runs so far have held up for the Pirates. Jason Grilly striking out Danny Espinosa and Rick Ankiel. There is Bernardina. Stays 1-2. And if you're looking ahead, Wilson Ramos leads off the 9th inning. Then a pinch hitter and Ian Desmond. We talked a lot about how A.J. Burnett was anxious to get back onto the mound after giving up those 12 runs in 2 2/3 innings in St. Louis. It was a line drive foul. Well, somebody else just as anxious to return to the mound tonight is Joel Hanrahan. After blowing the save last night. Burnett. Bat shattered. 1 out. This Sunday, celebrate Mother's Day at the ballpark. Bucks and Astros meet at 1:35, the final game of this long homestand. All moms get a Neil Walker pink accent home jersey, and all kids 14 and under get a Neil Walker replica home jersey, all courtesy of Chevrolet. And after the game, of course, kids and moms invited to run the bases thanks to H.K. Anderson Pretzels. Go to Pirates.com. This Sunday, kids and moms Neil Walker Jersey Day for Mother's Day as the Pirates host the Houston Astros. Tell everybody about it.
Don't keep it a secret.
No. Be here. Strike one on McCutchen. He is 3 for 3. 1 for 2 with a home run last night and a pair of walks. Takes a breaking ball inside.
Something down and in. Not off the plate. Down and in for a strike. Watch how hard he hits it. Nope, not out there. Down and in. You can do it. Nope, not out there. He didn't swing.
The home plate umpire said he did. Jerry Davis. 2-2. Hammered to left field. Way back. Clear the deck. Cannonball coming. Andrew McCutchen has homered in back-to-back games. Bucks now lead it 4-2.
I think last time he hammered a ball, I said he was really locked in. There's got to be some kind of adjective I could use that goes beyond that, because he is way more than just locked in right now. This ball was maybe even above the letters. Just crushed it.
What a night. 4 for 4. Just hammered every pitch in each of those 4 at-bats. Hit the other way, coming on the left fielder, and the sliding catch made by Bernardina. Another look at the home run.
Don't you love the sound of the ball coming off the bat like that? Just the classic click.
Jason Grilli at the bench. Now a 2-run lead thanks to Andrew McCutchen. Here is Rod Barajas' reaction.
Oh, loud noises! Loud noises! Loud noises!
Talking about the sound of that ball that left the bat, loud noises. He knew the sound.
As a catcher, you hear that every now and then. You know by the sound.
He made that sound last night in the bottom of the ninth. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning, Andrew McCutchen gives the Pirates a 4-2 lead. Down on strikes goes McGee. So now a 2-run advantage for Joel Hanrahan as we go to the 9th.
Is brought to you by Jeep. Visit Jeep.com to learn more. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Levin Furniture. For the best deal on Tempur-Pedic mattresses, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
Nissan presents the road ahead. Tomorrow's pitching matchup, the finale of the series. Hopefully, we're talking about the possibility of a sweep, but Steven Strasburg takes the hill for the Nats against Kevin Correa. Strasburg 2-0, 166 ERA. Correa 1-2 at 338. Where Strasburg made his major league debut 2 years ago in D.C. against the Pirates. What a debut it was. 7 innings, 14 strikeouts. Kevin Correa, he'll be ready. Joel Hanrahan, we said, ready to go. Bouncing right back up on that hill. This time looking to close it out. Gave up a 2-run homer to Adam LaRoche last night in the 9th inning. Entered the game with a 1-run lead.
Well, this is definitely best case scenario for Joel to get right back out there. You know, it's nice too to have that little 2-run cushion for him. That's a big home run that McCutchen hit. And you don't have to be absolutely perfect.
Well, better than that. His first 2 pitches.
It's all right. Just
he's got a 2-run lead.
Put a little fear in that hitter.
Yeah. And the manager.
Yeah, I'm wild. I'm a little wild. Am I throwing inside?
Almost maybe helped him out there.
But you know, I just wonder sometimes. You're down by 2 runs. It's in the 9th inning. First 2 pitches go to the backstop, and you swing at the next one. The game has truly changed.
Another one.
Yeah, it could be ball 4.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
I'm not sure he saw a strike. Down by 2 runs. It's just not the way the game used to be played.
Davey Johnson's a guy that is probably saying the same thing inside that you are.
First 2 pitches did go to the backstop, correct?
Yes.
And it is 4-2.
Steve Lombardozzi bats. Wow. 3 pitches he has thrown to the backstop.
Why not? They're going to swing at him. Why throw a strike?
Wow.
He definitely is controlled. A little out of sorts right now. It's evident.
Wow.
That might have hit him.
It did.
Yeah. I still can't believe Ramos did what he did. Incredible. And that's going to...
I don't know what's more incredible, watching what Ramos did or watching Hanrahan throw 4 pitches nowhere close. 3 to the dirt, to the backstop. The other one, after hitting the batter, went back to the backstop. And Ray Searage going to check things out here.
Yeah, maybe Joel's just a little over anxious tonight to get back out there. He might be just trying to throw the ball too hard. A lot of things going on. Ex-team.
Runner at first base, 1 out. Ian Desmond, 1 for 4. See if that visit to the mound by Searage doesn't settle down Hanrahan.
There we go.
Right there. Thank you, Ray.
Right down the middle.
Uncle Ray.
Some soothing words.
Yep. Up and in, 96. One and one on Desmond. Bryce Harper on deck for the Nationals. Lined into right center field. Toward the wall.
Get it in, get
Cut
it
off
in.
by Tabata. But Desmond is into second base with a double. With 1 away. The Nationals perhaps a hit away from tying the game.
Desmond has had a rough couple of games here. He's happy about this. He's the tying run, and he gets up there and hits a double.
And look who's up for Washington. Bryce Harper. A couple of pop-ups on the infield, a fly ball and a walk tonight. Harper has already done some amazing things at the age of 19. Just a little over a week in the major leagues. Certainly does not act in any way overwhelmed by the situation. But anxious there, 0-2. Tonight he made a fine running catch on a Pedro Alvarez drive to the gap in left center.
Chased upstairs. He's trying to put one in the river with that big hack.
0-2 count. And popped him up. This won't move the runners. Barmes makes the catch. Out number 2. The Nats down to their last out.
Another breaking ball, a couple of sliders to Harper.
Marmas makes the play in shallow center. And now it's Ryan Zimmerman to the plate. It was Zimmerman who singled to start the 9th inning last night against Joel Hanrahan, preceding the LaRoche home run. LaRoche on deck. Announced crowd of 11,478. Pirates trying to win back-to-back games for the first time since April 17th and 18th, and this pitch is up and in. Be the 3rd time this season the Pirates have won back-to-back games. Back-to-back in Phoenix against the D-backs, April 17th and 18th, and 2nd and 3rd games of this season against the Phillies. Blocked by Barajas. Used his arm. 2-0 on Zimmerman.
Oh, yeah, that got him in the right wrist area.
Some pain there.
You have LaRoche on deck. You want to end it right now.
And we see Pirate bullpen is working.
This is where the guy on deck can give the hitter a little protection. If you didn't have LaRoche sitting over there on deck circle,
yeah, you think about
you wouldn't really want to give Zimmerman too good of a pitch to hit, but maybe now, you don't want to take a chance of walking him and have to face LaRoche, so you go after a bigger part of the strike zone.
Looks like Tony Watson would face LaRoche. 2-1.
So much for my theory. He came with a 2-0 slider. That 2-0 breaking ball. Usually that means you're not really worried about the on-deck hitter.
2-1. Three and 1. Last night, Clint Hurdle got Hanrahan out of there after he blew the save. Hurdle said earlier today that after about 20 pitches and once the save is over, get him out of there. I wanted him to get at least an out or two before I pulled him, and he did, bringing in Watson. 3-1, 2 outs. Left-hand hitter LaRoche on deck. The lefty Watson loosening. Strike. 3-2. How about it coming down to this? Maybe the last pitch for Hanrahan regardless. 3-2. A base hit can tie it. Hanrahan trying to save it for Brad Lincoln and get the Bucks back-to-back wins. Former National Joel Hanrahan. Looking for save number 6. Raise the Jolly Roger. Hammer time.
Might have been the best velocity of the night, that last fastball. 96. He just reached back, gave it his best number 1 he could, and threw it right by him.
How about a tip of the cap to this Pirates bullpen?
Exciting ninth, but yeah, you're right, bullpen. What a game for those guys.
McCutchen the home run for some insurance, and the Pirates have won back-to-back games for the first time since mid-April. They'll look for the sweep tomorrow night. A 4-2 win, and Hanrahan nails down the save after a little early wildness in the inning. Let's send it down to Robin T.